With y'all collective, get this out the way. I'm being guided to document down that my hometown is no longer a safe place to be in. Hopefully y'all can see. I don't want to leave the light on. I'm gonna wait for a few people to get in here. This is just gonna be a documentary video to tell y'all that my hometown no longer feels safe to be in. I cannot rest well over there at all. These individuals keep on engaging in practices that are prohibited, bro, and I can feel this energetically. I'm not gonna be over there because I feel it's dangerous. What is being practiced, bro, is dangerous. So I can feel this in my fucking home. It's gotten worse to the point to where I have to come out to nature, bro, to get away from that fucking town because of what keeps on being done in it. This can be felt throughout your whole house, bro. You have to literally leave and cross the bridge for the energy to leave you alone. I'm gonna wait for a few people to get in here. They got 24 people watching, 8 likes on the video. That place where I stay at, bro, is demon infested and needs to be cleared up by the FBI as soon as possible. I'm telling you, bro, it's that toxic over there. You can feel the rituals being done, bro. You can feel it energetically. I can pick it up intuitively. I don't know about anybody else, but, bro, I can feel that shit. I'm not going to be nowhere around there. I pulled in my tower cards. The cards of advice, like why the energy keeps feeling like that. The moon and the devil card. Wheel of Fortune reverse with the 10 of Pentacles reverse. A lot of people are engaging in that in my surroundings, bro, and I'm not going to be part of none of that. I'm not going to be over there. It's affecting humanity. It's affecting the land, bro. It's bringing a lot of bad gut feelings up on the land. There's a lot of unease on the land over there where I'm originally from. There's a lot of unease that's in the air. I'm a U.S. concerned citizen. A U.S. concerned citizen for my safety and my freedom. This is unsafe for us citizens over there where I stay at. And anybody else that's not engaging in that may not have any knowledge on that being done, it's unsafe, bro. It's not healthy for the public setting for people to be engaging in those type of practices. It's unhealthy, it's unsafe, it's not a safe environment. All it does is traumatize people, bro, and fucking abuse people. This is not safe. Over here, you got multiple people participating in practices that are against federal law. That's what it is. That's why I had to report these crimes the times that I did. And I told them I'm an intuitive person, clairvoyant, remote viewer. I know what's going on. Even though you may not be able to prove it physically, what is being felt, all it's going to take, bro, is a physical investigation for people to actually accumulate evidence on it. I'm telling you right now, you're going to catch it. I don't need my tower cards. I'm also thinking about getting rid of my tower cards and just doing something different, like being just a natural spiritual leader. And it just removed tarot out of my destiny. Because I've done located certain symbolism on those cards that's connected to masonry. I'm not part of that, bro. I don't want nothing to do with that. There's certain symbolisms on those cards that are indication of that. One of them is the High Priestess card with the B and the J on the two pillars. That's the two pillars to King Solomon's temple of Boaz and Yakin. Yeah. They have secret society symbolism on those fucking cards, bro. But that's not what the main thing is that's attacking me inside of my residence. It's the rituals that's being done. It has nothing to do with the tower cards. You can feel it throughout all the community setting where I'm at, that little small town that I'm in. You can feel things being done relentlessly. Nothing but dark portals open up on that land, bro. You can feel it. It won't be long till the right people get a hold to this information and get this fucker out this institution that keeps on engaging in that. Getting these individuals to participate in that, bro, to abuse people and assault people. It won't be long until they're out of there. The thing of it is, I know exactly who is behind that, who's doing that. I see them right here, bro, with my spiritual vision. I know exactly who it is that's doing that. I had to talk to two sheriffs the other night. That's the first time I talked to them about the situation, though, when it comes to, like, making a complaint on that. I told them everything I was picking up with my clairvoyant side. I said, I don't need my cards. This is things I could channel intuitively. Didn't feel no negative energy from them at all. It's the other ones, bro. They're not healthy. They're not good. They're not doing their job the right way. I can feel that. I know how to use my level of discernment when it comes to energy. To know when someone is a healthy person to be around or someone has a good spirit about them. Or if just in general, they're a good person. They're good people. You could pick up on that energetically and intuitively. They gave off a complete different energy and vibe than the other ones, bro. The other ones are not healthy at all. But it's like they're trying to shape shift. They're trying to project their nasty energy onto these individuals. And the spirit realm is not allowing that to happen. Because I picked that up several times. Like they're trying to do some type of crown chakra manipulation. Or as some type of projection in order to project through the realm of the spirit to try to masquerade as them as their face when it's really not. But they're trying to send spirit your way in order to confuse you. It's confusion, chaos, magic. Chaos rituals being done to confuse the mind with psychological warfare of crown chakra manipulation, which therefore is a chakra ritualistic practice that they're doing. I know a lot about that, bro. I don't want to really consider myself a metaphysician involving metaphysics, but I know exactly how it works. I know how the elements work when it comes to earth, air, fire, and water. I know how energies and frequencies work. I may not be experienced at that, but I know exactly how it works. I damn sure ain't ignorant to it. I have a lot to learn when it comes to that, but I'm not ignorant to it. I know when something feels natural and when something is off, something is unnatural. I know when energies are being slung your way with a lot of manipulation because it's going to give like this mixed signal type of energy. Then the thing about it is, here's the tricky part. They will try to cloak themselves as somebody else's energy in order to try to make somebody else take the backlash or to get you to protect yourself from somebody else that's not even doing that. That's a masqueraded spirit. That's all about masquerading and cloaking in somebody else's energy. It's all about spiritual camouflaging, spiritual stealth mode. But it's on a dark spiritual level that these individuals are doing that in. But I know how to discern. I know how to use my level of discernment. It's like they're trying to blend in with somebody else's energy, but that's called cloaking, spiritual camouflaging. That's like they try to go in stealth mode on the spiritual level on the dark side, but yet you could pick it up who is behind that, who it is that's trying to cloak in somebody else's energy. You have to have a strong intuition in order to pick that up, bro. Because other than that, these energies could be tricky. But I see them jumping to other people's energy and trying to cloak in their energy. That's called energy jumping. Spiritual jumping, energy jumping. While consuming energy from that other person, while making them aggravated and agitated, and all to try to make you and that person an enemy on a spiritual level. Because that throws their level of discernment off. You have to be experienced at that, bro, like to know what's going on. You have to go through it, bro, and actually be able to read through it. And this was without my tarot cards. I don't need my tarot cards. I got involved back in the year of 2020 in Hinduism, where I discovered a sacred spiritual practice involving Hinduism, where I put the bindi on the forehead, and I learned a lot about meditation. And that's whenever I was able to access a lot of information. Like, hold on a minute, like this is crazy as hell, but it's awesome though because you got freedom. They call it a spiritual guru. I used to be one of them way back at 2020. That side's still there, bro. It's still there. I just kind of pushed it off to the side for a little while, but it's still there. It's definitely still there. Being over here is very peaceful. Where I'm at right now is very peaceful. You got the bears out here, the coyotes. People like, you gotta watch for the bears. Now you gotta watch for the bears. Bears ain't gonna bother you. They ain't gonna bother. I know they ain't gonna bother me. I seen one not too long ago. Sat there, didn't do nothing. Just sitting there chilling. But yeah, I just thought I'd get on here for a little while and document down that it no longer feels safe over there. This has nothing to do with the first these individuals exercising the First Amendment. It's actual things that are being done, bro, that are against federal law jurisdiction. It could be seen too. I'm gonna have to bring up what I said a while back. Whenever I start to turn back to my spiritual purpose, my spiritual journey, I'm not no fucking official. It's not my job to sit there and protect people's civil rights or to protect my federal protected rights. That's not my job here. I'm not gonna do your job for you, bro. I'm not. That ain't my job. Are you paying me? Are you paying me money to dismantle this crime? These federal crimes that's being committed? No, you not. No, the fuck you not. I ain't doing your job for you. Fuck you. You ain't taking advantage of me. No, you not. You pay me good money, I'll do it then. You give me a badge and credentials, I'll do it then. But until then, fuck off. I ain't doing your fucking job for you. You want to sit back and be a lazy piece of shit? Go ahead and be one. You ain't serving or protecting me none, bro. I don't see your presence over there. Where the fuck are you at? When these individuals are being harmed, and yet a man's got to be subjected to false allegations for the shit that he's not even doing. Where are you at, bro? I don't see you around getting in these individuals' face or actually confronting them as to say, hey, look, this is the reports that came in about this guy being bothered like this. You know, we like to know what your motives are towards him. And to at least come to me and let me know that, hey, look, we went to talk to him. You shouldn't have any more problems. If you do, contact us back. It's that easy, bro. But no, you don't want to do that. You want to sit around and not do shit about it. And that's a damn shame of how two deputies are more braver than you, bro. To come to my rescue, my need whenever I needed to talk to them. They could talk to me without a problem. What's the problem with the higher ups, bro? This is federal law violations that's being committed, dude. This don't go for all of them in there. It's just the ones that like to sit there and ignore a problem. This ain't something to be ignored. This is not something to be ignored, bro. I'll tell you that much. It ain't something to be ignored. You can also call in a certified clairvoyant psychic medium. An elderly person, somebody that's been in the psychic business for a long time, and they'll expose what I told y'all with my abilities. As I say, that man's right. You better look like obtaining some physical proof or evidence and conducting a federal investigation on these individuals, bro, because let me tell you something. They be involved in some things that are not human. I'm telling you. I know about it because I can channel it accurately with my third eye vision. I know what's going on. I know when energy is not right. I know when somebody is a bad person. I know when the energy is off. I know how to read into the details of that energy. These individuals have to keep in mind it's not just me that's being affected by that. There's people that are being physically hurt. And to the ones that may want to question, well, how come nobody may be reporting it? There could be numerous amount of reports on it that some of them may not know about. The thing of it is, some of these individuals are being oppressed, bro. Some of these individuals are being oppressed and threatened of their freedom. If they was to ever speak up, they're being threatened, bro, by an extortionist, I'm telling you. That's why you ain't getting no fucking reports. That's what you call oppression under the Title 18 USC Section 241. Oppression and intimidation. Like I said, it's not my job to do their job for them. But since they want to sit there and just, okay, well, you could do it, Scorpio, man. You know your rights. You know a lot about federal law knowledge. Where's my credentials at? Where's my credentials and certifications at? You want me to take care of it by myself? I'll take care of it. Give me the authority then. Certify me. I'll take all these individuals down by myself. You think I'm scared of them? I'll take on this whole damn institution by myself. I don't need a group of agents with me. I could do it by myself. All I need is a certification. I don't need any damn backup. That's basically the position that some of these individuals have put me in, without no certification. I'm channeling that some of them are more than happy that they see my efforts. They do see my efforts at trying to dismantle the situation. They have acknowledged my efforts and they could be kind of proud of me for doing that. But there's some of them that's just sitting back as I say that they're just trying to sit there and let the situation torment me. They know what these individuals are doing, but they're refusing to look into it. But some of them in there have acknowledged my efforts in order to dismantle the situation, not just with my tower cards, but with my remote viewing abilities. And me patrolling the community setting to make sure that the public setting is being ran the right way. At the times I went on what they call that, like kind of going around the town, patrolling the area. That's not my job, though. That's not my job. I shouldn't have to look out for a whole public setting to make sure a public setting is being ran right. I mean, I know I'm a U.S. concerned citizen, but at the same time, being a citizen, it's not my job to sit there and patrol the area to make sure the crime rate is down. And when there is some suspicious activity that may be pertaining to criminal activity, I shouldn't be sitting there having to investigate. Sit there and park my car and turn my damn lights off and sit in the distance and sit there and document it down and investigate it. I shouldn't have to do that. It's not that I'm going out there and looking for the activity. It's like, you know it because you can feel it. You can feel it. You know when something is being done. You know when something is off. And there's some situations to where there's no criminal activity occurring. You just have to use your level of discernment. And that's what I do to use as a navigation through this situation. To let it navigate. But once again, that's not my job. It's like these individuals want the position of power and the badge, but yet want me to do all the work. Where's my badge at? Where's my credentials? I'm going to keep on bringing that up. Where's my credentials? Ship me my credentials in the mail or something if you don't want to come deliver them to me. Where's my certification? Where's my certification? I don't need no damn academy. Where's my certifications? They want me to be one of them that bad, bro. They handed me the job, though. They put me in a position where where it's like there's a challenge. That's the wrong type of challenge. Oh, well, it's hard to get in there. It's very challenging. Is this what they mean by challenges? Because if it is, I'm winning this situation. This is how they challenging me. They see how much I know. Before they actually make a move and actually not take anybody in. But as I say, you know what? You come with us, Scorpio, man. You good. You're awesome. You one hell of an analyzer. You definitely know how to disrupt plots before it even gets started. You know how to predict things before it even gets started. Once again, where's my credentials? Where's my badge? They don't want to talk about that. You want somebody to be in charge of the watch list? You're looking at the man right here that could gladly make sure that's ran the right way. I know how to identify certain extremism groups. As I say, you know what? This one right here is connected to this group over here. This one right here ain't meant to be trusted. They got a whole group of individuals that may not be a right group for a public setting. These people need to be watched. But therefore, there's enough reasonable suspicion that cause. Therefore, it leads to investigation. As I say, there's a certain group of individuals right here. I don't get a good feeling from them. But just because you get a feeling, you have to accumulate physical documentation of what's going on that may be pertaining to that feeling. So if you get that feeling and you spot something shady going on at the same time, then there you go. You're accumulating evidence right then and there on the spot. I just thought I'd keep on bringing it up because it's like if these individuals want to put me in a position where I have to defend myself and defend my U.S. federal protected rights, then I have every right to bring that up. Because they're mainly trying to put me in a position of power, of authority. That's mainly what it looks like. Even though that's not who I am, but this is what they're projecting onto me as I say, oh, well, they have the badge and credentials, but you got to do the job. But the thing of it is, that's not my destiny, bro. That's not my job. I may be a spiritual person. I may serve divine spiritual law, but at the same time, I'm put in this position. Where's my credentials? Where's my badge? Where's my certifications at? That's what I'm asking. Of course, I know all about the academy and stuff like that. But at the same time, bro, with somebody like this, as a psychic detective, I don't need none of that. Once again, I'm asking, where's my certifications as a certified psychic investigator? To have some type of credentials on me. As I say that, hey, they want me to work for them or they want me to do the job. Where's my check at? Where's my paycheck at? That's what I ask them. They want me to sit there and defend myself and to take down organized crime. And where's my paycheck at? Where's my check at? How about the bonuses, though? Because I worked overtime with this situation. Sometimes I stay up all day and all night just to investigate that. Where's my bonus at? I'm going to challenge these. They want to sit there and try to challenge my gifted nature and trying to run some type of experiment up on me. I'm going to experiment up on them. I'm going to see what they're about. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to challenge them. But no, y'all, all out of honesty, I do have the right to address that because I'm being put in a position where I have to defend myself. It's like I have to take the law in my own hands and to make sure criminal activity is not being ran. But I can't do anything to stop it. I don't have the legal authority and all to ride around as a certified official to stop it. Of course, I could go up to the police department and say, hey, man, y'all can't be doing that. But guess what? They're going to continue. They may stop it for a little bit, but they're going to continue. I'm telling you. They are going to continue. It is going to continue. They're exceeding the limits of continuing. They will continue. Some of them may actually hear you out and say, okay, they'll back off, they'll stop, but they're going to do it again. They're going to do it again. They're going to do it again. I'm trying to let the higher-ups know that I cannot stop that. They're going to continue, man. I'm telling y'all, they're going to continue. I have every right to be there in my hometown without being uncomfortable in my own residence and things being ran in order for other people to be harmed. That's not right. And the one that's behind orchestrating that in order for that to take place when it comes to these dark practices, these unethical practices being done of a pattern, there's not really much I can say to that individual. Because this is what they believe that their job persists of, or however you say that. I try to speak numerous amount of times on my YouTube channel because I know they watch my YouTube channel. I try to give them numerous amount of wisdom and knowledge as I say, hey, man, this ain't cool. You can't be doing that. I also pulled several of the officers off to the side. I said, hey, I know who's behind that. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? They wouldn't give me no straight answer. But it's like there's a side of them that would admit to it. Why is this being done? I like to know why you're sitting there because you do have the right to ask some questions. But you ask them in a non-hostile manner. Yes, indeed, you can be upset, but you make sure that you're calm. You don't want to alert them in a negative way as I say, hey, look, I'd like to ask you a question. What you doing over here? I have the right to know that as a U.S. concerned citizen. I do have the right to know that. You do have the right to question the officer. They may not be able to disclose information about an investigation, but at the same time, when it comes to them working for you as a public servant, which I do get that could compromise an investigation if they was to give any information. But I mean, if something is pertaining to you, then you should know about it, right? Exactly. Because they're working for you. If they're doing something shady to you, you deserve to know about it. That ain't that's something they ain't paying attention to, huh? If anything is pertaining to you, you deserve to know about it because you could be a victim of a false investigation. You have the right to know. They have the right to actually compromise that investigation by disclosing the information or giving you the information on what's really going on. I mean, they are a public servant, bro. Like, if it's got anything to do with you. Now, if it's a legitimate investigation, that would be a whole complete different truth. But still, though, if something is involving you and somebody's trying to harm you and they know shit ain't right, they're supposed to give you that information. Because it's color law violation. That's not the law what they're running. So they have no choice but to give you the information. That's the way I look at it. I'm going to keep on challenging these individuals until they come forward as to say, you know what, Scorpio, man, you're free to go. Don't worry about nothing. Give me an apology, compensation, and I'll go about my way. I'll move. But these individuals ain't going to be sitting there, bro, trying to hold me up. I'm not going to be held up. Just because I may be a YouTube star, bro, a spiritualist on YouTube, I play my guitar here and there and my drums, I'm a talented person, I don't deserve to be held up. I have the right to travel freely and to exercise my First Amendment without any type of retaliation or any type of government interference. That's my right, bro, as a U.S. citizen. I know the U.S. Constitution very well. And I'm going to continuously teach these individuals about the job that they took up, the oath that they took up to serve and protect me as. They're supposed to be officials, not color law violators. That's not what they're in there for. They're not supposed to be in the institution violating shit. That's not what they're there for. They're there to sit there and serve and protect the community. That means I'm included with the community. I'm a community citizen of the community. I was born and raised there. I'm going to tell you something right now, bro. You being seen to be conducting favoritism too. Bias and favoritism. Oh, it's only a great... Nah, there is a thing that secret societies aren't illegal. It's not illegal to be a secret society. But let me tell you something, bro. You being seen to be favoritizing or favoritism your members. You being seen to be serving them, not serving me. I'm not one of the members of that. You cannot be treating me that way. You cannot be outcasting me just because I may not be part of them. You can't be doing that. It's not illegal to run a secret society or to have it, but when it comes to these activities, bro, I do have... There's a different thing on the federal law jurisdiction that does prohibit certain things. I've done my research. You cannot legally traffic people, bro. You cannot commit fraud. You cannot carry out ritualistic practices in a public setting while you're on duty. That is illegal. Yeah. Yes. It's illegal to do that. Because you're supposed to be enforcing state law as a local official. You're supposed to be enforcing state law. Not committing rituals while on duty. Not sitting there trying to terrorize somebody while you're on duty. Or fabricate things about them just to try to run a fraudulent investigation with color law violations. That's not your duty, bro. And if you think that's the oath that you took up, You better go reread the U.S. Constitution. You better go reread a lot of things involving the law and go back to law school, bro. I'm going to tell you about yourself. This is only for the ones that like to go out there and hurt innocent people. If you're a spiritual person, not all the law officials are bad, y'all. There's 2 deputies that show up the other night that was very calm, very chill to cool people. We're not talking about none of them. We're talking about the individuals that like to sit there and fuck with somebody for no reason. They do have some cool officials out there. They do. Like I said, I'm not a law enforcement basher. I dislike corruption. I do not like corruption. I do not like bias. I do not accept that, bro, because it's against my rights as a U.S. citizen. Me being treated unfairly due to my First Amendment exercising my right to spirituality and being who I am, even though I may not fit in with society norms of like a normal person or an average person, it don't matter. I'm a legal U.S. citizen to this country. That means I have the right to exercise my freedom of speech under the U.S. Constitution, along with religion and belief. That's all First Amendment protected. And anybody that tries to obstruct that in a government position is intruding and violating my First Amendment, which, once again, protected under the U.S. Constitution. I'm not about to apologize for being honest. I have the right to be free from oppression, free from intimidation, free from isolation. I will not be forced against my free will, bro, to go by what these individuals keep on trying to do to me. Once again, I do not consent. I will object unlawful illegal detainment of my freedom under the Title 18 USC Section 242, a federal law jurisdiction, along with Title 18 USC Section 241. That's tied in and connected directly into Title 42 USC Section 14141. You will not illegally, unlawfully detain me of my freedom. I don't have to be putting restraints. The more that you try to harm my reputation and to try to sit there and fabricate things about me that's not the truth, and to relentlessly sit there to try to torment and torture me in a public setting, you're being seen to be holding me up against my free will. That's what you call bullying. It's harassment. It's harassment. Do you know what criminal harassment is? Oppression and intimidation is in violation of the Title 18 USC Section 241. Do your research. Do your research. I'm not somebody to play with, bro. Do your research. I don't have to have the feds there protecting me. Those titles and sections well protect me because it's in the law book. It means that's my rights as a U.S. citizen in this country, no matter what state I'm in. Just because I'm down south in Louisiana, don't mean that these individuals, oh, it's the bottom of the boot. They could just do whatever they want to do. No, you're not. No, you're not. Because this is located in the United States of America. You know what that means? This is federal. United States, the U.S. is federal. Because it's crossing over the state line jurisdiction of these titles and sections, what I'm calling out. You are clearly unaware of the U.S. Supreme Court rulings, too. You have no knowledge on that, bro. I deserve the right to a fair trial, to be treated fairly. Look, to the genuine officers out there that ain't bothering me, especially to the 2 deputies that showed up the other night that actually talked to me with compassion, And it had a sense of understanding. Let me get this off my chest. I appreciate that. Because it's hard to come by, bro. When you got all like some of these individuals that just sit there and just think that they could just do whatever they want. That energy that showed up the other night, bro, brought me a lot of sense of peace and comfort spiritually. Even though they may not be on the spiritual side, but still though, I know how to pick up energy, bro. Like the energy, when the energy is calm, I'm gonna be chilled. And my words, bro, like my words flow naturally. It was a natural flow to them. That's how I know I was in the presence of genuine people. Because my words flowed naturally. It wasn't like this hesitation. And, bro, it may be hard to believe, but trust me, as an intuitive person, I know how to read energy. I may not know what the individual all like that, but at the same time, when it comes to a genuine energy or energy that I'm around a good energy, it's completely different from the rest. I don't know where people get this saying that, oh, they're all the same. Bullshit. No, they're not. No, they're not. I know it may seem like that because you run into a few bad ones, but man, when you get around just a couple of good ones that have a complete different energy to them, they do things differently. You're going to better to pick it up, bro, and channel it. You're not going to feel threatened. You're not going to feel as if they're going to try to harm you in any kind of way. You're not going to feel that way. That night, I felt like I was at home. That nostalgia feeling. Your freedom's safe. You're safe. That's how I felt. You're going to be okay. That's the energy I felt the other night. And I ain't felt that energy in a long time. A long time. That was God watching over me, brother. Make sure that, hey, send some different ones out so they could talk to him. So he could give him the detailed information on what may be taking place. Now, God told me, don't hold your tongue, son. You be who you are. The situation bothering you and tormenting you, you let them know. You let them know. Stand your ground, son. And this has nothing to do with my tarot cards. Just like I said, I didn't even read my cards before I left my residence that night. And the good Lord spoke to me. He's like, you be yourself, son. You tell them what's bothering you. It's going to be okay. And I felt okay, too. I felt at peace within the chest area. That's how I know I was in the presence of good energy. I tell you right now, bro, that may have been two officials that was right there, but I'm going to tell you who was working through them. There was an angel that was working through them. For me to feel that energy, to feel calm and relaxed and chilled, that's an angel working through them to make sure I'm protected. They may have not been able to do anything right there in order to stop the activity, but them just being there was enough to have me feel protected. That's how dangerous the situation is, bro. It's like not like it don't put you in fear. It's just this is endangering your freedom. Your freedom is continuously at risk due to what is being done to have you falsely accused. And it's a ritualistic belief and practice that is prohibited, bro. It's not of the law. It's not of the law for these individuals to be engaged in that, I'm telling you. It's against rules and policies and regulations. They cannot be doing that. They cannot be doing that. They cannot be doing that. Now look at me. in the middle of an open field out here in nature because I can't sleep in my own residence. Simple as that. But anyways, y'all, I guess I'll go for a ride so I can talk to y'all. It's just hard for me to rest over there in that town, bro. I cannot rest over there. And I have a damn good reason why I can't rest over there, because I can feel things taking place that are harming me, harming my freedom. Y'all hold on a minute. Yeah, so this keeps on being done over and over and over and over and over. And it keeps on coming through the Taro community too. I appreciate that reader that picks that up as I say that, hey, you could be a Scorpio going through that. I'm that Scorpio, man, that's going through it. And if people notice how some of these readers get upset whenever they channel energy, I'm going to tell you why. Because they're also a victim of this type of activity. They know how it feels. We should not be done that way, bro, because we're a spiritual person. We should not be done that way. We're not out there bothering nobody. They need to get the fuck away from us and leave us alone, bro. Just because we may be a spiritual person, we're not violating any law or committing any crime, but yet they're trying to project and to try to have these spiritual people and tarot readers scapegoated. The ones that are going through that, trying to have them scapegoated. I disagree with that. You will not have us scapegoated. You will not keep on continuously harming us because, oh, you just have this certain belief that, oh, you don't like these people for whatever reason. We don't give a damn what you don't like. We have rights here, bro. We have rights here. We may not like some of the things that are being done when it comes to the law, but at the same time, we can't sit there. Bro, these individuals need to leave us alone. And stop trying to project their nasty ass energy on us in order to try to prevent us from being free. I sure hope you know some of these individuals that are engaging in that, they're making themselves look like a kidnapper. You are fitting the description of a kidnapper, bro. Relentlessly trying to detain somebody and restrain them of their freedom. That's illegal, unlawful detainment upon their freedom. Because you have no jurisdiction over that person. What you're doing is you're violating your own jurisdiction. You're violating another jurisdictional law, federal law. You're a local official, bro. You stepping over your fucking boundaries and messing up big time to keep doing that. And many people may question, well, how are they violating another jurisdictional law? Easy. Because they're violating Title 18 USC Section 241. Conspiracy against rights. That means intimidation, oppression. By them continuously trying to restrict somebody's freedom and getting away with them being free, that's in violation of that title and section that's tied into Title 18, USC Section 242, deprivation of their rights due to color law violations. That's federal jurisdictional law violation. That's how they're overstepping their boundaries. I know exactly what I'm talking about. I very well experienced in that line of work that I do when it comes to that. when it comes to defending my rights and to defending the U.S. Constitution. And also defending my civil rights. But just like I said, I don't have the position of power or authority to stop the individuals. What you expect me to do? Keep on sitting there and keep on repeating myself? Like that, bro. It's not obvious yet that there's a pattern and practice that are being committed of Title 42 U.S.C. Section 141-41. Shout out to the ones that do see my efforts, and they could be very enthused and kind of shocked. Like that, bro, it's hard to come by for somebody like this that don't even have experience, didn't even take up law school or none of that to know what he knows. Hey, bro, I work for Divine Spiritual Law. That's the highest law out there. I know exactly what I'm talking about, and I ain't gonna have these individuals screw with my freedom. Simple as that. Not violating no law, not committing any crime, these individuals need to leave me alone. They need to leave me alone. Spiritual law may not be seen, but it can manifest through the 3D with some knowledge from a spiritual person. It's one of the highest laws out there. And the officials in the 3D should be seen as to be serving spiritual law at the same way while protecting innocent people. That's what they're there for, brother, protect innocent people. That means they're not there to bully. They're not there to antagonize. They're not there to intimidate. They're there to provide innocent people with safety and to make sure that they're security. That's what they're there for. They're supposed to be mimicking angels of the heavenly kingdom. They're supposed to be mimicking that energy, even though they may not be them. I don't really want to say mimicking, but they're supposed to take the position of power to work as like an angel in the physical form. Just like the other night, those two deputies. That was mainly like two angels sitting there protecting me. I felt protected. I felt none of these individuals that are engaging with that can hurt me or harm me. That right there is a sign of protection. That's what I'm talking about. But it's for the other ones to follow behind that, bro, to be a protector to you. Even though you may have misinformation on your name, bro, still though, when it comes to something attacking you and bothering you, they're supposed to have compassion enough in order to hear your side out. Especially if something's fucking with you and bothering you and trying to mess with your freedom. They deserve to hear that. They deserve to hear you out. And I'm not going to sit there and back down, bro, with the situation. I'm going to keep on speaking up until something is done. I'm not going to sit there and be falsely accused and have my character defamated or to have my reputation smeared like I'm a piece of trash in that public setting, because I'm not. Fuck that shit. Because this is all being done in order to try to project all that upon me as an attempted sacrifice. To sacrifice my freedom. Fuck that shit, bro. I'm not taking nobody else's wrongdoings. I'm not taking accountability for somebody else's wrongdoings. Ain't happening. They could take that punk shit somewhere else, bro, and leave me alone. Cool. That's my granddaddy energy from the spirit realm coming through. My great grandpa. The reason why I'm saying that is because somebody's in here, I can feel the energy. It's like, damn, man, you sure do remind me of an elderly person, like an elderly man. I've been told several times, I've been told by a few people I remind them of their daddy. I remind them of their daddy. Good. I'm going to tell you why, because I don't put up with that bullshit. Like, damn, man, this guy got an elderly soul. I'm going to tell you right now, the main reason why I'm like that is because of the way that I was raised. I get a lot of it from my pops, my dad. Then you got all these other people when it comes to all these other people that may go out to parties and drink and all that. I sit there and chill with my pops. I ain't gotta go do none of that. I sit there and chill with him. I sit there and chill with him. I sit there and stay at home with him. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to go out there and go to a club or go to a bar. I used to do that back in the day, to go play pool or listen to a couple of DJs and bands, but I'll go home right after that. I wouldn't go there just to get drunk and screwed up, get drunk and screwed up. I wouldn't go there for that. I just go there just to listen to the band, you know, listen to the DJs. But I got out of that though. I don't do that anymore. I just kept feeling this pull pulling me out of there as I say, hey son, this ain't the right place for you. And something kept leading me to spirituality, bro. I don't know what it was. Something kept leading me to spirituality. You don't belong in here, son. Look at you. You're sitting alone. Nobody wants to talk to you. There's a reason for that. I mean, people will wave at you and give you a gesture and say, hey, how's it going? You know, but they'll have their own group of people. I'll just be sitting there observing like this. I'll be sitting there in the back just observing. But I could never tell what that was back in the day until I had my spiritual ascension, awakening. I said, that's what that was. I was sitting there analyzing the energy in my surroundings. That's what it was. Once again, that's a Scorpio trait. You're not really gonna catch a Scorpio. Excuse the hiccups, y'all, the stuttering. You're not really gonna catch a Scorpio, especially evolved one. It's gonna be around a lot of people. They're just gonna be alone. While everybody else is getting the attention and all that, Scorpio don't operate that way, bro. We're introverted. We could be extroverted like y'all seeing on this camera right now with this video. But as far as being full out extroverted, no. No. We're introverted, bro. We like to say to ourselves, we don't like all that fucking bullshit attention. We stay far away from that. That aggravates us. I'm just saying. That pisses us off. Like, we don't need to hear all these comments. Oh, yeah, yeah, you're cute. I don't give a shit about that lady. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to be mean to the ladies, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, that's just how I am. I don't know about anybody else, but that's the kind of Scorpio I am. Oh, well, yeah, you know, you got a cute face. And like, yeah, I don't want to hear about that shit. I appreciate the compliment, you know what I'm saying, lady? But I ain't got the time to hear about that right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. But of course, people got a problem with that too. Oh, why you can't take a compliment? It ain't about a damn compliment. It's about, that shit does not catch my attention. I mean, yeah, it's nice to have it's not about being arrogant. I'm not going to be rude to the individual. You know, I tell them thank you, but at the same time, it's like, there's more to it than just a surface level image, bro. I'm not here to just be looked at like a fucking statue. I'm not here to be observed like a statue, like a damn Statue of Liberty or something like that. I'm not here to be observed like that. It's like the way the individual looks at you, like they act like they ain't never seen somebody like you before. It's not about the fake. This bullshit. This face right here, the cheeks and all this, that's just flesh. That irritates me. That irritates me, you know what I'm saying? Talk about, cute smile and all this. It's a face. It's a face just like everybody else's. It's a fucking face, lady. And that's all it is. I'm not going to tell them that, but at the same time, I mean, I really don't know because it depends on the energy I'm in. But at the same time, it's just a face. I appreciate the compliment, but it's just a face. It's just like everybody else. It's a face. You can smile, right? It's a face. That's all it is. A face. What's beyond the face? It's the soul. That's what matters. It's not. It's just a face, bro. It's just a face. It's just a fucking face. It's just a face. Then people get confused because they think that they're making you mad with complimenting you, but it ain't about making you mad. It's about you being awakened, you being this ascended person spiritually. You're connected within your soul, bro. Like the flesh of, I mean, of course you're gonna take care of yourself. You know, you're not just gonna let yourself go out like that, but at the same time, like let yourself fall to pieces or fall apart. Like to where you just don't wash your hair or fucking let your hair get all like face all greasy and stuff like that. No, we're not talking about that. It's the soul, bro. It's the soul. The ego don't matter. The ego don't matter. I'm gonna tell you right now, I used to be insecure about the way that I smiled. I also used to be insecure about my height. I fixed that a long time ago. I'm gonna tell you what? With this right here, the mind. It's the mind. It's the soul, bro. God made me a certain way for a reason in order to inspire other people that may be the same height as me or may have the same type of gap in their teeth. As I say, hey, appreciate yourself. You see that insecurity? Turn that insecurity into inspiration. That's what you do. Hell with that damn insecurity. That ain't even real to start with. It ain't even real. That ain't worth the shit to start with. That ain't who you are. That ain't who you are. Oh, well, I got a bit of weight to me and I got a double chin. Ain't nobody give a shit about that. If you're a cool person, you have a good spirit, the physical flesh, that right there should not be judged. If you have a great spirit, then the hell with the damn double chin or somebody got a gap in their tooth. It don't even matter. It don't even matter. That's why I shouldn't have got on this camera, because every time this happens, bro, they put me in the energy to where I have to preach. I have to sit there and go on, not a rampage, but I have to sit there and give advice and inspirational tips. I knew this was going to happen. It happens every single time. But the thing of it is, it's like this energy tries to irk my nerves to try to get me pissed off, but yet that's being transmuted. That's being transmuted. Therefore, it's making the energy even more agitated. It's aggravating the energy even more. Good. 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 Damn Gatorade bottles. Hold on, y'all. Damn. Aggravating. I don't know if y'all heard that. Much better. Sound like an annoying mosquito. Like that. Sound like a giant mosquito, bro. Just trying to aggravate the hell out you. What's good, y'all? I'm looking at the comments. The comments. What's good, y'all? But yeah, just like I was saying a few minutes ago, it's not about getting mad at these people whenever they compliment you on the surface level. Not about that. There's somebody that may be going through an awakening right now that may be realizing that materialistic possessions are not everything. That they don't have to have nice things in order, because the nice things that they have don't make them happy. They're realizing that. Living in a nice home, having a nice vehicle, all that right there, bro, like, who are you on the inside? Because you could be inside of something like that and still feel empty. That house could be full, but what's going on inside the human vessel? That's what matters. Because the realest home there is your body, because that's what you live in. You don't technically live in the house. You're inside of a house inside of a house. You're already in the house as it is. Your body is the house. And your soul is living in it. And if your soul is not happy, and something is affecting your soul or breaking your spirit down, then what good is it for the 3D? Having a nice home and having all this. Of course it may be nice. That's only a stimulation for the ego. Of course, you may get this feel good endorphins to be released within the brain. It may release the feel good endorphins, the dopamine, and the feel good endorphins of the brain. But that's going to wear off. It's an egotistical type of high, kind of high feeling. But that's going to go away. That's not going to last forever. It's going to go away. That strong sense of security is only there within the soul. It's not, the ego gives a false sense of security. It's not really security like people think it is. Therefore, whenever something makes the ego uncomfortable, whenever something don't fit up to its expectations, therefore it becomes very challenging. And therefore causes frustration. And most of the time puts people in the energy and this specific vibrational frequency to want to try to control things. That's what the ego does. It's dangerous. But I mean, the ego, once it's balanced out, then it could be used in a positive manner. But it's no longer going to be craving that stimulation. Because that's where it's dangerous at. I'm going to go ahead and call that an egotistical addiction. Because once it gets a certain dosage of things that it thinks is going to make it feel or fulfill this feeling that will last forever, when that runs out, it tricks the brain, the analytical parts of the brain, therefore puts it into this fight or flight response mechanism. Therefore, it triggers either a panic attack, anxiety. It feels like it needs to chase. It needs to fight for something. That's the wrong type of mechanism. Because that right there is going to work against the ego. The ego is going to work against that analytical mechanism. Therefore, it's going to make situations worse. This may not happen to literally everybody out there, but somebody needs to hear this message. Even though it may be very extremely detailed and kind of coming off as like a philosophical manner. But somebody needs to hear this message because that's my higher calling. I ain't no damn tarot reader. I'm a spiritual messenger. The hell with them damn tarot cards, but I don't need them tarot cards. Hopefully this could be helping somebody. I know this message is going to help somebody. I know for a fact it's going to help somebody. There's a reason why I'm channeling these energies like I am. I don't need no damn work of art or cards in front of me. It's a natural gift that I have. But yeah, there's certain symbolism on the cards that I've been investigating and doing a lot of research on, and comes back as I say that, you know what, son? That may be one of the problems right there. Even though it may not be demonic and all that, but at the same time, it's the symbolism on the cards that gives these other energies legal grounding upon you in the realm of the spirit. You don't want that. It's the symbolism on the cards. And that's something that I've came to a conclusion with as I say, you know what? Those cards may not be the best for me. And guess how the ego is taking that? Not well. See, I can speak on my behalf. The ego wants it to keep it around because of something that it's gotten comfortable with. I don't give a damn how comfortable it's gotten to read those cards. When the soul feels a necessary transformation to change, change will happen. I could give a damn. I give a shit less what the ego wants. When my soul is telling me otherwise, I'm going to listen to that feeling. Because I'm not going to have the spirit world viewing that as, oh, well, yeah, it's got legal grounds. It's got certain symbolism on the cards that can mark something in the spirit world to where it's like a destination, like an icon. You know how they have a destination marker? That's basically how those cards operate spiritually. Oh, well, since this is in your residence, then, yeah, it's got legal grounds to access that, your home, to access where you're at, to attack you. But it's what's connected to the symbolism, not the cards. It's the symbolism. It's certain beliefs that are connected to the symbolism that can therefore be an identification of a possible curse. It's not the cards itself, it's the symbolism. Now, I mean, reading tarot cards from a bicycle deck, like reading tarot like that, that's fine. But it's the regular tarot cards. I mean, you could get different cards, like not the regular tarot cards, but you could read them. It's just the imagery I've been studying. I mean, hell, you can make your own tarot deck, and I don't see nothing wrong with that. But it's just the regular original tarot cards that have all the symbolism on it, the imagery. I've noticed that. And maybe this could be one of the main problems that some of these readers may not be able to identify. Why they may be, like some of them could be speaking up about stalking. It's monitoring spirits. It could be the symbolism on those cards. Even though you may not carry them with you everywhere you go, it's what you're involved in and what the spirit is identifying you as. Not meaning that you are that person, but it's what's in your possession inside of your home. And that may be one of the main reasons that may be happening. And if you pay close attention, bro, if you start praying and you get very strong with your spiritual warfare prayers and you start praying to Jesus, take notice how the stalking stops. That's a confirmation right there. You start reading that Bible. I'm not saying that you got to go and turn religious and just go to church and fall off to your knees. Oh, Jesus, help me. You ain't, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got to do none of that. You ain't got to do all that the same damn day. No. You ain't even got to go to church in order to be saved by the Most High. I'm going to tell you how you get saved. I need to preach for myself, too. I need to tell myself the same information. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to listen to my own intuition when it comes to that. I'm going to tell you how you get saved. You own up to something that may have been holding you back from reaching his presence all the way. Not meaning that you have to be a religious person, because I don't believe in religion. And I'm not going to be this holier than thou person. Oh, well, yeah, I'm just perfect. You don't do no wrongs. We ain't talking about none of that. It's about believing in the Most High and confessing to something that may be holding you back. As I say, you know what, look, this may be a mistake right here. This may not be the right path for me, Lord. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to listen to this intuitive feeling and remove these divination cards out of my way. And you'd be surprised. I'm being guided to pass this message right along to other readers that may be experiencing activity, because there's other channels that speak up on their experiences. We're not talking about the organized crime and all that. No, they're talking about like just monitoring spirits. How they speak up on being stalked, that's monitoring spirits. That right there is the spiritual side of it. Which therefore nothing could possibly be done in the physical. Especially when it may be hard to prove that there's a monitoring spirit around you. But if it's connected to some physical violations of other things, then yeah, you could prove that. But as far as like somebody just sitting there, you can feel a weird energy from them, and they just start to try to ask you questions, to try to probe, chances are you may be around a monitoring spirit. That's what I'm talking about. You don't have to sit there and be around somebody that may be not saying nothing, like somebody that may be sitting in a vehicle and you may notice the headlights on, stalk you like that. They could be right there in front of your face. It could be even one of your own family members or somebody like that that could be asking you certain questions. You're in the presence of a monitoring spirit right there. Not meaning to say that they're a bad person, but if they're not truly connected to themselves, a spirit could be working through them to try to access information through them and all to get information from you. You may not be able to pick that up. And people may be curious, well, how does that work? They work through that vessel in order to obtain information from you in order to deliver it back to the spirit world. That way it could get back to the kingdom of darkness. That's how that works. They call it a monitoring spirit. It's there to exploit vulnerabilities. It's there to see if you have any weaknesses. And it's there to see if it can exploit you in any way of any vulnerabilities. That's what it's mainly there for. It's not the person that's a bad person, because they may not even be subconsciously aware that, hey, why are they asking so many strange questions? That's a manifestation of a monitoring spirit. If people want to know, that's what that is. But like I said, many people may not be able to catch on to that. That's when you have to use your level of discernment of the Holy Spirit. As I say, okay, well, yeah, this servant just asking a little bit too much information. That's whenever you pull yourself back, pull away, detach. Do not provide any information, because it's a monitoring spirit. You have to mainly look at these individuals as if they're like somewhat like the news crew whenever they try to probe, like when the feds do a raid and they try to stick a microphone in their face and they're like, nah, they can't disclose that information. They could say a bit of information, but not all of it. They try to put all the microphones, oh yeah, can you tell us what happened? They ignore it. So you mainly have to do the similar activity when it comes to these monitoring spirits, ignore them. You don't have to ignore them and downright not answer them, just so they can't provide any details. That's crazy, bro, because that actually makes sense. You have to do the same thing, like whenever they put the microphones in their face and they don't want to answer. Exactly. Because that right there could screw up the whole damn thing. Okay, so I just learned something. From that, from channeling that. Even though they may not be monitoring spirits, but it's similar to that. Because if they was to provide information, then that could screw up the whole damn thing. Just like the monitoring spirit activity. If you was to provide the details or tell them what's going on, then chances are if you're vulnerable in the area or if you're going through difficulties, that monitoring spirit is going to use it to its advantage in order to take advantage of that. Aha. I just called on to something. This may not resonate with everybody, but somebody needs to hear this message. Somebody needs to hear this message. We're not talking about going completely religious, going there, going to church. I mean, some of y'all can, like that's your own free will. Whatever you're intuitively guided to do, but I'm being guided to speak up for a few readers that maybe having second thoughts about staying with tarot and changing their life around. The Most High may be placing his hand on you as to say that, hey, you want to get rid of the monitoring spirits, you want to get rid of that problem of monitoring spirits, try to get rid of those cards. Let's see what happens. Even though it may be a hard thing to do because you're used to reading them, but it's the symbolism on those cards. It's the symbolism. It's exactly what it is. It's really not the energy that comes through the cards, it's the symbolism on there. It's markings on the tarot cards. Therefore, whenever the spirit world identifies, if it identifies with something, then therefore it's going to create this landmark. It's mainly marking those cards as a landmark to your home, to your vehicle, to your person, to everything in your residence. And once you have people that's connected to what the symbolism means beyond those cards, therefore, if they're doing dark things, that's what's going to have its effect on you. So it's not really the cards that's cursed; it's the symbolism. And many people that may be working behind the scenes that may worship that symbolism and do certain things involving that's connected to that symbolism, it's already on the cards. Therefore, it's going to better to attack you. Makes sense to me. Yep. That's my cue right there, bros. I say, you know what? I'm done with tarot. I'm done with tarot. It's not my purpose. It's not my purpose, bro. It's not my destiny. I'm not saying that to be disheartening to anybody. I'm saying that because it's the truth. It's the symbolism on those cards. The symbolism. It has certain symbolism on those cards that identify with something that I don't believe in. Yep. It's not the cards, it's the symbolism. I know a lot of people would hate to see that. I say, oh, Scorpio, man, don't start reading the cards. I may read them through the bicycle, like bicycle deck. But as far as the regular tarot cards, no. Well, I mean, hell, I could get another deck to where it's different imagery on there. It don't have the symbolism of like the regular Rider Waite tarot. The original Rider Waite, it's the symbolism on there. The knights with the horses. People need to pay attention to the symbolism and why they're called knights on there, bro. This took me a long time to discover that. A long time. Think about it, Knights Templar. Think about it. Why they got a horse? Why they have swords in there? Why they have swords in the suits? Exactly. And they have public information of some of masonry that actually shows that they hold swords. They had a couple of them that announced that publicly, so it's safe enough to announce that. They just ain't going to expose the secrets, but they do hold swords. I'm just going based off the symbolism that's in the tower cards. It's not about the secrets. It ain't got nothing to do with that. It's surface level knowledge that's already right there in plain sight where you can see it. I mean, the Baphomet's right there. The devil, that's the Baphomet. You have the Hierophant. I don't know how to interpret the Hierophant card. Well, you got the checker pattern floor right there. The High Priestess, the J and the B, you have the two pillars. And that right there represents secrets, right? With the High Priestess energy, secrets. Mm-hmm. I mean, don't get me wrong, y'all. The cards does reveal the truth. They do tell you the truth, but it's the symbolism that's behind those cards that are not really all that good. And if you really look at the Pinnacle card in reverse, that's the Eastern Star. That's an exact match of an Eastern Star, bro. Yeah, that Pinnacle that you see, that's an exact match of the symbolism of an Eastern Star. Not the roundness of the pinnacle, it's the star itself. Damn. Okay, so this could be helping me in a way. Somebody may be doing certain things to me, like certain things being practiced in order, like on a dark spiritual level, for me to wake the hell up as I say that, hey man, that ain't my purpose. Because somebody sees something better for me that may be trying to attack me spiritually, or maybe doing certain things that don't align with my soul. That's that King of Pentacles, huh? Trying to give me certain like that there's a certain language that could be spoken even though it's negative, but it's trying to let me know that, hey son, you don't resonate with that. You got a much better purpose out there. They don't want to see me doing. It's not about what they want though. It's about something that they may be able to see. Okay, so I'm seeing things from both ends of of the spectrum. That's really not my destiny. And somebody may be trying to get my attention on a secretive level of certain rituals that's being practiced in order to get my attention to make me uncomfortable, my soul uncomfortable. I'm getting a heavy confirmation from there, but it's like they don't want to harm me like that or hurt me like that. But it's just a certain message that they may be trying to convey to me through certain ritualistic practices as to say, hey, you don't resonate with that, Scorpio, man. But that's for me to see that, bro. I'm gonna have to see that myself, and that's what I'm waking up to. It's like a delayed awakening when it comes to tarot. Maybe they'll leave me alone whenever I get rid of them cards, because somebody, like, I'm getting the energy that somebody knows that that's not really the right thing for me. It's not about what they see. And this is somebody, brother, that has a dark side to him, a very, very, very dark side to him. But it's like at the same time, that can help me. That can help me discover as I say, hey, why does this keep happening? Why does this keep trying to attach to me? Because it's attached to an energy that may be attached to them. That's the thing. A King of Pentacles energy is coming through to let me know that through telepathy. I'm getting that very heavily. Maybe they'll leave me alone. Maybe they'll leave me alone. It's like almost as like he's trying to communicate in a certain way, even though it may be through a very harsh type of way spiritually. But it's a certain thing that's being done that my soul is picking up on, that it's the right time for me to acknowledge that, hey, this is the message that's trying to be conveyed to you. Because they really can't tell me what to do or what not to do. It's certain things that are practiced as I say that, hey, this don't align with you. Because this didn't start, bro, until I got involved with tarot, to be honest. Maybe things have changed once I get that out of my possession, the cards out of my possession. That's kind of the vibes I'm getting. Bro, I just had a very intense confirmation to download that's no longer my destiny, bro. Tarot is not my destiny. Y'all see how I'm just naturally out here channeling messages? That right there is who I am. I may be able to shift the vibration in the public setting, bro, once I get rid of those cards. I may be able to actually transform them. I'm not saying that would happen, but that there could be more of the individuals going back to leaving me alone. I'm gonna tell you what's really bothering me, bro. It's the symbolism on the cards. That's what it is. That's how that's able to affect me. And the things that are being practiced when it comes to certain ritualistic practices, it's like my soul can interpret that. Even though the ego may not be able to discern what that really is, it's my soul that can pick that up, that's able to read that, to have a sense of understanding intuitively. And I'm not going to speak out about like that publicly, about the downloads that I'm getting to pertain to some of them that's being done. But it's just that right there is getting my attention as I say, hey, Just get rid of the cards, bro. Get rid of the cards. That's not your destiny. That explains it. That's an aha moment. Brian, it took me all this time, ever since the year 2020, to see that. Yep. So that's what it is. Damn, somebody hey, I'm telling you right now. Oh, shit. Hold on, y'all. That King of Pentacles could be proud of me. Somebody's proud of me. They're like, there you go, you getting it, you getting it, you getting it. You catching on? Nah, Scorpio man. You getting it? Somebody proud of me for catching on to that. I done lost the damn, oh man. This some bullshit. Yeah, somebody's definitely proud of me. So there you go, Scorpio, you getting it? Nah, astrology, I don't see anything wrong with astrology. I don't see nothing wrong with astrology though. But as far as tarot cards and all of that, yeah, it's time to get out of that, y'all. I'm not gonna be a tarot reader anymore. Today is the day that I officially give my tarot cards away, or just get rid of them. Get rid of my cards. I will no longer be a tarot reader. I will no longer be a tarot reader. The hell? Y'all heard that? I will no longer, damn, bro. It's like, yep, because that's what's dimming my shine. That's how I'm interpreting that. That's what's dimming my shine. See how I went off like that? That's what's dimming my shine. Today's the day I let tarot go. There's something very significant about a King of Pentacles that's been trying to get my attention through telepathy. He's not going to come right out and tell me that. But it's like, hey, you know, eventually you're going to catch on, you're going to catch on, you're going to catch on. That's the kind of energy I'm getting. But it's like there's a sense of pride of me at the same time. There's a sense of being proud of me at the same time that I figured that out. Bro, it took me since 2020 to figure that out. But once again, it's not the cards, it's the symbolism. Cards just cards. It's this imagery and symbolism on them that have spiritual legal grounds to something else that don't resonate with me on that level. That's connected to certain other things. That's what it is, bro. King of Pentacles been trying to get my attention with that. So it's not really all that bad like that. There is a positive side to it. Even though it may be intense. You just gotta learn, bro. That's what I'm hearing. You gotta learn. Yeah, that's the end of them fucking cards. I ain't keeping them cards. Hell no. Hell to the no. Them cards gone today. I ain't reading them damn cards no more. The hell with that. I don't know if King of Pentacles could be proud of me for that. I'm just saying, bro, like, this is teaching me something even with the darker side, like the shadow side of it. It's teaching me a lot about that. My soul is able to interpret certain things that may be sent to me through certain ritualistic practices that's being done on a spiritual level that I'm able to channel and pick up on. Therefore, it's going to make me a much better man with removing the cards out of my possession as I say, you know what, I'm not going to order no more cards. I'm done with that. I'm done with that. Yep. No, I mean, as far as Egyptology and spirituality and all that, that's fine. Egyptology and astrology and all that, but as far as tarot, them cards are gone. I just put it to you like that, the cards are gone. The hell with them cards. The hell with them damn cards. Okay, so tarot cards do have a dark side to them, apparently. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. I just discovered what it is, bro. Yep. It may not be a curse, but it's definitely the symbolism that leaves like a landmark on you in the spirit realm and gives these energies legal grounds in order to try to intrude with your energetic field of energy to manipulate frequency and energy. The main reason why it feels manipulated is because that's not in alignment with your soul. It's the symbolism beyond those cards. It's not in alignment with your higher purpose. Therefore, it causes a clashing of energies. Therefore, it's going to feel like your energy is being manipulated, going different directions like that. It's going to mimic energy manipulation. Damn, bro, I feel stupid. Carrying that shit on all this time, man. When I get home, them cards going in the trash can. Fuck that. I'm meant to either be a spiritual leader, a narcissist advocate, or some type of powerful spiritual leader, for sure. The hell with them cards, man. I'm officially done reading tarot, bro. I just had a wake-up call just a few minutes ago. This time in the morning. This time in the fucking morning. It says 4:57. It could be 3:57. Yeah, it's 3:57 in the morning. I'm not reading that bullshit anymore. I'm not reading that bullshit anymore. Damn, even though the cards do tell you the truth, bro, like, I won't lie about that. The cards do tell you the truth. You will read some straight, accurate truth through them, but at the same time, there's other ways I could use that psychic gift. A pen and paper, bro. You can write down what's going on a pen and paper. Like, there's other ways you could do that. You have to read them cards, brother, like the certain tarot cards. You don't need that. That's crazy as hell, bro, because this just proves that the dark side sometimes is trying to help you. Because it knows that, hey, man, look, this ain't resonate with you on a spiritual level. It's like the devil trying to let you know something. Dark side trying to let you know something, as I say, even though it may not be fully that, it's just a certain belief. And it's like, it's just trying to let you know something, as I say, hey, look, this ain't meant for you. This is why it's uncomfortable, because it don't resonate with your soul's purpose, son. It ain't there to hurt you. I mean, it can fucking harm you. That shit's highly uncomfortable. Because it don't resonate with my soul's purpose. That's why you feel all this weird energy, like something trying to jerk you different directions. Because what it's rooted into. Exactly. That shit ain't about to be sitting there. Fuck that. Fuck that shit. And then you're sitting there getting mad at something that you can't fight. All you got to do is just get rid of the cards. There ain't nothing to fight off, bro. It's a different belief. That's all. Damn. You don't want the witches attacking you and all that? That's going to go away too, man. Come on, bro. Wake up. Fuck. That ain't who you are. You ain't no damn tarot reader. You ain't no divination reader. You ain't the tarot reader. You know what I'm saying? You're not one of them. That Queen of Wands energy's been trying to come out and let me know a message too. In reverse with the moon card, the magician reverse, and the world reverse. That's reversals like that. Doing reversals are trying to give me clarity on something. King of Pentacles and Queen of Wands trying to both let me know something. They both obviously know that they ain't my fucking purpose. And they like that could be making them mad. They aggravate the hell out of them. Not aggravating them like that, but it's just they possibly know something. I didn't know. But it's like they do acknowledge that I have one powerful fucking gift, but I can exercise that in a different way to where I don't have to use none of them damn cards. But I don't need cards. I don't need cards. I don't need to sit there and read a card to get answers. Look the reef right there on the light. I'm telling you, look, I don't need to sit there and read cards. Damn, bro, y'all heard that? Look, I'm just saying, look, I seen a reef on a light pole. Look, they got reefs on light pole. That's because Christmas just passed. They got reefs on light pole and Christmas trees out here. But anyways, look, getting back to the message. I'm just saying. That's funny. I said that. Damn, bro, I could be a trip sometimes. You see how I said that, bro? Look, the reef on the light, and then I go back to talk what I'm talking about. That's multitasking. You know what I'm saying? That's multitasking. I'm just saying. Yep. That was funny how I seen that reef. That reef. Like, hey, look at that reef on the light pole. While I was in the mid conversation talking about something completely different. Like, damn. That was funny. Damn, it's hot in here. Fuck. There we go. Hot in here, man. But anyways, the energy is a lot better. I feel like somebody was trying to give me a message, a covert message, spiritually. The main reason why that feels uncomfortable is because of what is connected to through the symbolism. As I say that, hey, get that out your house. Get that out your house. I'll be perfectly fine living there. Just get that out your house. That's not my soul's purpose. I'll be fine. I just need to get that out of my house. Like, I do feel welcome there. I do feel welcome there. Maybe somebody may be giving me a sign of synchronization when it comes to that. It's just that those cars, bro, gotta go. I'm gonna be okay, y'all. I'm gonna be okay. I don't know if y'all can still hear the video good, the live stream. I don't know if the live stream's cutting out. I'm gonna be okay. Yeah, before I started reading tarot, I was fine, y'all. That may have been my destiny at one time, but as time went on, it's like, nope. I'ma just try to get. I'ma get rid of them cars today, and I'ma see what the effects are. Now, if I still feel the symptoms, then I know that hey, there's something else going on. That okay, well I'll remove the cars. Let's see if that changes anything. And to renounce that out of my destiny, to renounce that and say, hey, I don't want no part of that. Say my prayer and renounce it as I say, look, I take that back to save my destiny. May my destiny be washed clean. And may I have a fresh start with my divine purpose, of my life path, my higher calling. And renounce tarot as I say, hey, I don't resonate with the symbolism, I renounce the symbolism too. Because it's a symbolism that gives off this frequency of legal grounds upon who you are, where you stay, and what you do. Spiritual legal grounds. Like, you know how you can feel energy off of the cards? There's a reason for that. You feel like your own tower deck is attacking you because your soul don't resonate with that, bro. If you don't really believe in something that you may be against, then holding a possession of something that holds the symbolism of it, that don't make any sense. That's contradiction. That's like your soul is picking that up and ain't comfortable with that. And therefore, you feel like a witch is mad at you, and it's like they like you at the same time, but yet they get mad at you. Like they like you one minute, get mad at you the next. They wake up one day and be all right with you. Until something piss them off, then they get mad at you and want to sit there and try to attack you, launching a fucking attack at you. That shit don't scare me. You know what I'm saying? That shit does not scare me. But it ain't meant to scare you. It's just trying to blow steam off on their chest, what's on their chest. Shit, I don't know about steam, but you know what I'm saying? Yep. Hey, can y'all still hear good or no? Bro, just the sound of that road, like it's got like a meditation type of sound to it, like a, I don't know if y'all can hear that on video, bro, but it's relaxing. It's like a meditative type of sound, a frequency, like a, that just caught my attention, how the road sounds. I don't know if y'all can hear that though. I'm gonna be quiet so y'all can hear that. Watch. I don't know if y'all can hear it. Just the way it has, it's like that roaring sound, like that. I don't know if y'all can hear that on camera though. Roll my window down. Nah, you can't hear it with the window down. Something don't feel right, bro. I can feel something intuitively that's off. This may be pertaining to a vehicle that may be behind me right now. I'm going to call you out in the mighty name of Jesus Christ. Monetary spirit, you get from around me and get away from me. In Jesus' almighty name. Oh, that's what it is. It's a comment trying to attack. Yeah, that's where it was coming from. A negative comment on here. Fake account. Y'all give me a minute. Y'all, I'm spiritually battling right now. When I get quiet like that, I'm battling spiritually. Wiping this fucking monitoring spirit all the way out my energy. I could do it with the mind right here. I'm gonna get to y'all comments in a minute. That monetary spirit don't stand no chance against me, bro. It's gone. Monitoring spirit's gone. I had to do some spiritual battling up here. You gotta focus on shielding your energy. Yeah, there was definitely a monitoring spirit around earlier. You could feel it intuitively. Yep. They ain't around no more, shit. They're not around anymore. 111 on the likes. As I'm saying that. 111 on the likes. But yeah, hopefully this message will inspire other readers that may be feeling kind of like you can't understand where the attacks are coming from. It's the symbolism that you don't resonate with on the cards. That's what it is. It's the symbolism. I feel a lot better now that I went meditate nature. The energy feels kind of different where I'm at. Back in my hometown where I'm at, because that's where I'm at right now. But yeah, being out in nature helped. Sure did. But yeah, I'm doing a lot better, y'all. Doing way a lot better. Yeah, I really feel like this knowledge is going to help other readers that may be having difficulties with feeling attacked. You may just be a regular spiritual healer. That's like this negative energy wants you involved in tarot. The thing of it is, bro, it's funny. It's funny when when we pull the cards and get and get aggravated. Hey, bro, the cards do tell you the truth. Yeah, they do. That's the sad part about it, bro. You get the truth from the tarot, but the symbolism don't align with our destiny. Some of our destiny. That's why we get attacked like that energetically. That's what it is. Fuck. And the sad part about this energy is these individuals know whenever you're talking about them. When you call the cards out, like let's say, you know how I said the Queen of Wands and King of Pentacles energy earlier? They know who that is. They know exactly who that is. All you got to say is just the card name. They know who it is. Yep. What they gonna do? What they gonna do? They know exactly who that is. But anyways, y'all, look, I hope y'all have a great day out there today. I just had to get away for a while because I felt like the negative energy. Things feel a lot much more lighter right now. But even though the energy feels lighter, I'm going to get rid of my tarot cards. I'm a natural born healer, bro, a natural channeler. I don't need no tarot cards. Like, I'll still channel messages. I don't need them cards in my house. I don't need them. It's the symbolism, bro. I've identified the problem, where it's coming from. Why I may be feeling those attacks that heavy. It's the symbolism on it. But anyways, y'all have a great day out there, collective. Thank y'all very much for tuning in to and listening to this message. Me speaking all about that. But anyways, I'll see y'all some other time. Peace.